We condemn the violence that took place and looting and the loss of life that took place in an unprecedented manner in KwaZulu-Natal and in Gauteng. What we cannot avoid telling you is that we watched as SMSs were rolling out, and Facebook and other places were discussing where the violence would take place. And indeed, it happened where the faceless people said it would happen. And so to deny that it was planned, it was orchestrated is futile. It is best that we get on with the task of understanding the core reasons for that. And while we also agree that the trigger may have been the incarceration of Comrade Zuma, which is unfortunate, and yet at the same time, it was a malicious attempt to undermine our democracy, as well as to create a spate of rolling mass action that would include, amongst other things, which has happened, a rise of vigilantism in some areas, which we find absolutely unacceptable, and a rise in racial tensions in KwaZulu-Natal. Our concern is that such a plan has been thwarted, so it has failed. But it does not mean that the people who are planning are not continuing to plan and may have softened their approach, but they're certainly not stopping what they're trying to do. It's also disingenuous to make the former president of the country a scapegoat and use his name, I beg your pardon, in this manner. We are hoping that very soon the law enforcement agencies will arrest the planners and the people who instigate violence in this manner and concentrate on what they've instigated, not just the 6 or 7 thus far that have appeared in court. Yesterday, another SMS came out. We are studying it. We understand that it is a call for a second phase of protests, and hopefully the planners will now understand that it cannot continue in the manner that they wish to. Democracy has opened its doors for people to assemble and to air their views. Our country has never stopped people from freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, but what we cannot allow is for people to instigate violence. This violence has damaged local economies, has caused huge job losses and loss of life. So in the statement, we refer to that, and we call on our communities and thank them for the people's power that did kick in and began to protect local economies. We must also say that our security services, when they did arrive, were able to stem any further erosion and violence. However, it became very clear that it was planned to stop food, to create food shortages by the shutting down of the N3 and also burning of warehouses where food was stored. So we want to just be very clear that we condemn it, we do not accept it, and we will continue to mobilize our communities to resist it.